Ferguson can galvanise Everton's angry fanbase amid alarming slump. Everton fans will be forgiven for suffering another case of déjà vu. Farhad Moshiri, in his sixth year at the helm at Goodison Park, is searching for a seventh manager to take charge after axing Rafa Benitez on Sunday. This time, though, the Toffees' vacancy may be a tough sell. On the brink of a relegation scrap, Everton have no money, a ragtag squad low on quality and an angry fanbase. It's not the most attractive job description. Roberto Martinez has been strongly linked with a sensational return to his former club, but Everton have hit a stumbling block, with the Premier League side not prepared to pay the £2 million release clause in his contract with Belgium. With no new managerial appointment in sight, the Everton legend Ferguson has taken on caretaker duties for their game against Aston Villa. Ferguson, or Big Dunk as he is affectionately termed by the Goodison Park faithful, is not unfamiliar with the caretaker role, having taken charge of the club for 4 games in 2019 following Marco Silva's sacking. Just over 2 years on from that stint he is back in the role, but has made clear that he believes he can take the post on a full-time basis. So, with Everton sliding down the league at an alarming rate, what will Toffees fans want from Big Dunk? And, more importantly, is he the right man to keep them up? It would not be overzealous to describe Ferguson's short tenure as a riveting success. The 50-year-old picked up 5 points from 3 league games against Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal, and suffered a Carabao Cup exit to Leicester City on penalties. The overriding memory of Ferguson's 4-game stint was Everton's superb 3-1 victory over Chelsea at Goodison Park, just 2 days after Silva's sacking by Moshiri. An early strike from Richarlison, followed by a Dominic Calvert-Lewin brace, clinched an unforgettable triumph for Ferguson, whose excitable post-match celebrations, in which he rejoiced in front of the Everton fans in just a white shirt and blazer. The match was played on a bitterly cold December night, sparked wild scenes. It was just relief, excitement, but you still know there is a long way to go in the game, so you're not getting too carried away, although it didn't feel like that at the time, he said of his reaction to Richarlison's 5th-minute strike. It was an incredible feeling. I've scored goals for this club, I've been involved in finals, but that was incredible, not the goal, but getting the points. It is difficult to describe. In truth, Goodison Park has rarely tasted an atmosphere like that since, with Carlo Ancelotti flattering to deceive before being subjected to the sterile football provided by Benitez. Ferguson has proven that he has the ability to galvanise the fan base and generate a raucous atmosphere at Goodison Park, the sort that'll make any team fear travelling to Merseyside. Yet there can be no hiding from the fact that Ferguson is not the fresh face that could lift spirits in that beleaguered dressing room. The Scot returned to Everton as a youth coach during David Moyes' tenure, before being promoted to the first-team coaching set up by the current West Ham manager in 2014. As a result, Ferguson has been part of the backroom staff of no fewer than 6 departed managers at Goodison Park, including Martinez, Ronald Koeman, Sam Allardyce, Silva, Ancelotti, and Benitez. There is no doubt that Ferguson has showed he can give his players the rocket needed to get them out of a slump, but with the dressing room so familiar with the Scot, his influence may not be as effective as it once was. However, Everton need a character ready to jump straight into a dogfight, and there can be no questioning of Ferguson's grit when backs are against a wall. Ferguson is not afraid of making unpopular decisions if he thinks it will benefit the team. Just ask Moise Kean. Ferguson grabbed headlines during his caretaker tenure when he substituted the Italian striker just 18 minutes after introducing him at Old Trafford to kill a bit of time. So, he has the ruthlessness required to be the main man, but he has also shown the gentle touch necessary to see improved performances from his players. Ferguson nurtured academy graduates Calvert-Lewin and Tom Davies and will need more of the same to lift the spirits of this confidence-depleted dressing room after Benitez claimed that his players were anxious whenever they set foot on the pitch. Ultimately, if Ferguson doesn't get a chance permanently now, it's unlikely that he will ever be given his first gig in football management at Goodison Park, and he would surely have to look elsewhere for an opportunity. His love and understanding of the club and its fan base gives him a huge advantage, and there have certainly been enough signs that he deserves a longer spell to prove himself. With the Toffees under huge threat of being dragged into the relegation mire with Watford, Newcastle, Norwich, and Burnley, there comes a sizable risk in appointing a relative novice until the end of the season. But every managerial appointment contains some jeopardy, and the tried and tested methods of Moshiri, big-name managers given big transfer budgets, has failed miserably. When under constant attack from all angles, you can do worse than turn to somebody unafraid to punch back. There can be no doubt that Ferguson will come out swinging if he is given the chance by the Everton hierarchy. And Toffees fans would love to see a bit of fight.